What's up, everybody? They didn't think we would make it this far. But we did. Episode 2 of the Pacecast. My name is Reggie Pace. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Big thanks to everybody listening to episode number 1. I got so much great feedback about that. Episode 2 is Angelica Garcia. Angelica Garcia is releasing her new album, Cha Cha Palace, February 28th on Space Bomb Records. She has a new video and single out for her song Guadalupe that is amazing. Absolutely check that out for sure. We talk about starting up in Richmond. We're talking about her putting her band together, calling it like her version of the Justice League. We talked about a tour that she did in some schools in LA, Latin culture, bonding through music, making music in town, and all the amazing stuff. She's quite the talent. She has all kinds of tour dates coming up. You can check her out in New York City, in Philadelphia, DC, North Carolina, Austin, Nebraska, in London, Montreal. You know, you can catch her this summer on her summer tour, which has places like Milwaukee, Madison, Minneapolis, Columbus, all over the place, Chicago, and Millennium Park. Check her socials for all of the dates. Episode 2 of the Pacecast featuring Angelica Garcia starts right now.
I'm like zoning out. It's so weird, it's like, I don't have a TV in my house, and I feel like, I was telling somebody on Bamboo this, like, anytime I see a TV now, I'm like fish eyes.
Well, we can put some stuff. You want to zone out on the TV with the TV on?
Oh my God, I don't know.
While talking?
I don't know if I'll answer things.
Is it going to be too? Is it going to be too much? This is
It
not
might be too much.
This is not a.
You got like one of
This
those
is
like
not a test.
PowerPoints, like
This
PowerPoints.
is different. You want some very calming picture up there?
Stream.
Okay, I got you. You want like some ocean?
Some ocean. Fish.
Fish?
Oh
Fish?
yeah, like
The fish tank?
The fish tank.
Yeah, I got you. All right, we got Angelica Garcia here for the Pacecast. Angelica, what is up?
Hey Reggie, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm great.
Good. I'm glad you're great. Angelica Garcia is a fantastic musician that does all kinds of stuff all over the city. She has her own projects that you can go and put on your phones and everywhere else right now, including Karma the Knife and the new record coming out on Space Bomb soon enough. You know when it's coming out? TBD?
TBD, but we're looking at top of next year.
Next year, 2020.
2020. Top
Hell
of the
yeah.
decade, y'all.
Hell yeah. She also sings backgrounds in the Microwaves and in Piranha. I also follow her to those gigs too, which is always fun. I remember when the first time I saw you do a show in town, and I was like, who is this woman, and why have I never seen her before? Because you already had a whole show together as if you had done this a bajillion times, and I was like, I've never seen her before in my life. So when did you kind of start doing shows in Richmond?
I did the thing where I was going to a lot of open mic type stuff and just kind of playing with different people. Definitely used to go to Cary Street a lot and just play and try things out with different musicians. And I think I started actually playing with people regularly like 2016-ish.
Okay.
But, as all musicians know, it's like the live shows feels like it's always a work in progress. Like you're always adding things and trying new things. And so, yeah, I'm excited about my current setup. So.
Yeah, your new setup. What's your live set looking like? Who's playing with you when you do your stuff?
Yeah, well, I've been doing a one-woman show type thing for a while, just because it makes sense for traveling and stuff. But when I do play with the band, it's awesome. I have Calvin Brown, a.k.a. Calvin Presents. Josh McCormick plays drums. John Sizemore on guitar.
Piranha.
From Piranha, yeah. And then Christy actually started playing bass with me, too.
Oh, that's sick. That's actually great. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes.
From Piranha.
So cool. Yeah. From Piranha. So it's like, Awesome. A little family bubble. Another family bubble.
I love that. I love that. That's my favorite part about being a part of this music scene is seeing a lot of the faces play in different projects. I feel like I've been to a lot of cities and played in a lot of different music scenes, and I feel like that's a thing that's not unique, but it's definitely something Richmond does really well, in which like different musicians will buy in to your friend's vision. Is like, oh, this is your music? Okay, we're going to do it exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
And like
not
try to overdo it. Yeah, don't overdo it and try to like step on it or anything like that. Everyone's really excited. I feel like it's a club. Everyone's really excited to play someone else's stuff and be like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And then everyone's really, what's the word? Supportive.
Supportive, yeah.
Yeah, and encouraging. Yes, go write more songs. Yeah, go do it.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody's just so freaking talented and has their own really interesting voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think about a writer like Calvin and then a writer like Chrissy and everybody has such a distinct, awesome voice. And I felt like putting together my band was like putting together my own Justice League.
Yes, that's a good way of feeling it, yeah.
Like, this superhero and then this superhero. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
And because it's been great. And actually, a lot of that same spirit and that same mentality of community and everybody helping each other, that's what helped make this album. That's why it sounds the way that it does.
What's the album called? Haven't decided yet?
Haven't announced it yet.
Ooh, breaking news? I don't know what this is. When is this? This might come out for like a million years,
Okay.
Don't do it. Okay.
Okay.
Don't get in trouble because
it's
of me.
Okay. No. I think I could tell you.
No, you tell me off mic.
Okay. All right. You will know.
You'll know eventually. It's not called You Will Know.
It's not called You Will Know.
But you will know eventually. And how many records is that for you that you've put that are all the way done?
Well, this is my second for me solo.
Okay.
I actually also recorded a rock duo album with Russell. Nice. And it's a band called Chuck What, and that is done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was Junior Wolf, but now it's not. We had to change it.
Okay.
But so that's done, and that's awesome, and I'm excited for that too. And then and then I've appeared on people's
cameos.
Albums. Yeah, cameos. Definitely. Panorama. Singing on there. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there are some other cameos that I'm just not thinking of.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to run down your whole history. Just thought like
when
the
I
ones
was 12.
I think I was of the play once. There may have been someone with a VHS cam out there.
Yeah.
So if you can find that on YouTube, 1999.
Oh my god.
So cool. So the music is very cool. I think your music has a very interesting aesthetic to it. It's like very hard to decide what to generically call it genre-wise, which I really like, because genre to me doesn't really help anybody except for people trying to put a record in the store. Oh, Marbles is coming to say hi. Hi, Marbles.
Hi, Marbles. There you go.
Nice.
That was good.
So Marbles came to say hi.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, I mean, I know this is probably just another stupid musician perspective,
Please.
But doesn't it feel like genres sometimes are just like, hey, here's a way to stereotype this?
It really does. It really does. In the most in a way that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the people who are looking for the music at all.
Well, I feel like, I mean, whatever. I mean,
you think it does?
I'm sure. Well, no, I mean, I'm sure there are certain bands and things where, like, people that are a little more like purists that commit to a certain style or commit to a thing where that would probably work. But like, when you're just trying things, it's like, I feel like the thing that helps me honestly describe my music the most is using adjectives. So I'll say like, okay, like, think like video game nightclub of doom.
Video game nightclub of doom. I like that song.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or like adjective, nouns, whatever. Just being more open with visuals when you talk about music.
Totally. And just that really helps. And the sounds themselves have like become a thing that like doesn't define genres the way they used to. You know, like you have some big guitars on the record, and you also have some big drums, and there's also kind of like a poppy element to it. You know, and there's also a very much like sultry like songstress like like check this shit out kind of vibe that you put on a stage. You know, just like this is it. I mean, this is what I'm doing here, and you will accept it. You know, like kind of vibe that I really, really like in the music. So I'm excited to hear the whole record.
It's funny. I feel like I've played shows before where it's like, you know, some places it's just like right away. It's like, oh, awesome. You know, and then some places like I feel like I play and I feel like I'm watching the audience trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Instead of just like listening to the music, it's like, what's going on? What is this? What kind of music is this? What's
I need to know if I can like this or not. Someone explain it to me.
And then it's like, well, just enjoy it or just listen to it.
Just listen to it, yeah.
And don't worry about what it is until later.
Yeah,
you know,
that's definitely true.
You could decide what it is later.
Yeah. That's such a weird musician phenomenon. We're like real concerned about how people are perceiving the music. It's like, are you hearing it right? You know, if you were hearing it right, you would like it. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, so that's just like how it goes, I think. So, what else I want to talk to you about? Oh, so you had the West Coast tour. We have a couple of West Coast runs you've just done recently. And were you supporting someone on one of those tours, or were you just by yourself?
I was actually the ones that I've gone on. I went by myself. I always try to kind of like kill a few birds with one stone when I'm out there, you know, like, I shot a video, new song coming out soon.
Nice. And this in LA?
In LA.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a high school tour, like a high school.
I'm very interested in that. What made you want to do that?
Okay. So the idea actually came from my mom.
Okay.
Because my mom
Shout out to moms for having good ideas.
Shout out to Angelica Senior. But she actually was also a singer, and she was a pop singer in the 90s. And when she broke out, she had like a charted hit on Billboard and stuff. But it was like a remake of Angel Baby.
Okay.
But her whole thing that's like started her off when she was gigging and stuff was she did tours of high schools.
Oh, see, I like that.
And she was like, you totally need to do this. Oh my God. And I guess like one of her friends, she lives in LA now. She moved back. But one of her friends worked for the El Monte School District. And El Monte is where I grew up in LA. It's like 15 minutes east of downtown.
Okay.
And so because of the friend that she had, like we were able to set up one show, and then once you have one show, you could go to the other school and be like, hey, we're doing a thing. And
we killed it at the other school.
Yeah. So it's like, so it just kind of became a big tour, and I was like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah. Like, but it's funny, dude. It's so funny playing for kids.
How many high schools did you hit?
I think it was around 6 or 7.
God. That's more than I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, no, it was a lot. And it was so hilarious.
Yes.
It was really humbling.
Yeah, so it's just like how was this presented? They're just like, oh, Angelica Garcia will be here to give you some music and a talk about culture or something.
Man, it was just
Did you have to be educational in some way?
Like it was an assembly. Okay. A couple times. Like, well, the thing is, it was really different for each school. So some schools, it was like, okay, I'm going to go into the music class and talk to the music class kids.
That's what I figured you would do.
And then some of them, it was like school assembly. And it was funny. One school, it was like, we tried to like set up send them a sheet of like, this is what kind of gear she's going to have. This is what she's going to need to plug in. And then like I showed up. It was, I know, like just to see, you know.
Right.
You never know.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll look out and somebody will have something, you know. And then it showed up and then they were like, the guy just like, I brought out my looper and got all my stuff out and he just handed me a wireless mic. I was like, here you go. And I was like,
you about to give a speech?
Oh my God. And like the speakers were blown out. And so like, and then of course like, everybody there just like knows off and on, like, you know, so I had to go into the soundboard and like hook it up to the,
you had to do it all
in the auditorium, and all these like middle schoolers are watching me.
Nice.
And I was like, oh my